What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for the weekend best bets, and there are tons of different leagues. Today I've got 100 tips / accumulators, and obviously we'll do more at the end as well, from 22 different leagues. And for the first time last week, I introduced the Swedish league to the live stream, and we got 7 out of 7. A perfect 25 to 1 accumulator. As you can see on your screen here, this is just a screenshot from last week's stream. It's all up on the channel. You can go and check it out. All 7 of the Swedish picks came in, which is absolutely insane. So if you do enjoy this type of content, please do drop a like, subscribe to join us on the road to 60,000 subscribers. We're about 600 away, which is absolutely insane. So thank you so much for all the support that you give on this channel. It means a lot. I am, of course, recording this live, so that's why I'm sort of looking all over the place. But yeah, if you want to know when we do the weekend best bets, I do it every single Friday between 5 and 6 p.m. usually. So then when 6 p.m. rolls around, when I normally upload my videos, the live stream gets uploaded as a video itself. So that is what we're doing today. And like I said, I've got so much. 100 tips / accumulators from 22 different leagues. So I'll do all the normal leagues, but then I've included a rest of the world section, because over on Patreon, I do tons of other leagues around the world. So I've added the Chinese Super League today, a pick from the Indian Super League, a pick from Saudi, South Africa, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be going with today. So there's tons of stuff. We also went 100% on the Austria Bundesliga again. So that's back-to-back weeks where we've gone 100% from the Austria Bundesliga. Both odds of about 3 to 1. So brilliant stuff. We are back again today. So like, subscribe, check out the Patreon using the link in the description. Also, after I finish the live, hopefully I've remembered to link the big up down in the description, because this Sunday, West Ham play Arsenal, and I'll be doing a watch along over there. And I've set up my own prediction game for a chance for you guys to win some money. So with all that being said, let's get straight in to the predictions, and we're kicking it off in the Premier League with Liverpool up against Chelsea. Hello everyone in chat. Let's go. Life-changing content. You love to see it. I had another winner actually over on the Patreon DMs yesterday. They asked me for a 3-day Accas, and I had, I think it was Al Hilal to win, Cheng Ji-rong Cheng to win, both teams to score, Bayern, PSG, and Aston Villa to win across 3 days. That came in, so lovely stuff. We are back with some more stuff today. So Liverpool, Chelsea. Obviously, I might go through the top leagues a little bit quicker, just because... just turn on the fan there. Just because I've already made videos on them. You can check them out on the channel. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, there we go. We're good. Just checking I didn't have any mic issues there. So Liverpool, Chelsea, I'm going to go both teams to score. But really, the value is with full-time Liverpool win. And I will be including that. I've got a Premier League result on both teams to score treble as well. So yeah, definitely take note of that. But firstly, this is both teams to score. If you're new to this format, a lot of these are singles that I just show you on screen, and it shows up as an Accas. If it's a specific accumulator, I will tell you in the moment. But other than that, they are all singles. Brighton Wolves, I'm going to go for Brighton -1. As I predicted in the Europa League video, Aston Villa would knock out Nottingham Forest and go to the final. They're favourites to win the Europa League. If they do, and they finish 5th, which also looks likely, that makes 6th place in the Premier League a Champions League spot. Now, firstly, I didn't know so many Forest fans watched my YouTube channel, but I got pelters in the comments suggesting that Aston Villa would beat Forest, but they did. They smashed them 4-0. So Brighton -1 in their bid to try and get Champions League. We move on. Fulham, Bournemouth. Fulham the same. They'll be pushing for Champions League. So that'll be interesting. But I'm going to go both teams to score there. I think Bournemouth could win, but I'm going to go for both teams to score. Sunderland, Man United. I have got Manchester United to win. Man City, Brentford. The odds are not good enough, so I'm going for Man City and both teams to score there. I think they're good for a win, but I think Brentford should also score. Burnley, Aston Villa. Aston Villa, a win here pretty much guarantees them Champions League. Well, it guarantees them Champions League football either way. I think they do win, but I'm going to go for both teams to score. The odds are a little bit better. In there, can you please provide enormous guarantee Accas 5 odds, one about $100. So I can do Accas and everything later on. Don't you worry about it. How's it going, Credino? Good to see you again. So both teams to score there. Everton draw no bet against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, as expected, qualify to the final of the Conference League. I have to say, Shakhtar Donetsk is not a bad opponent to knock out in that kind of competition. They play Rayo Vallecano, which won't be easy, but they are the slight favourites, and I can see why. But yeah, so I think Everton are going to win that game. And then Arsenal to beat West Ham. We'll see on Big Up what happens. There's a lot of people saying Arsenal will drop points. I know that's maybe because West Ham are fighting relegation. Spurs have won a couple games. I mean, it is really annoying. If Aston Villa weren't in the Europa League semi-final and they played the team they played yesterday against that Spurs side last week, Villa would have battered Spurs. And I think when a lot of people were predicting the run-in, they were sort of assuming, because you never really looked that far ahead in terms of Europa League fixtures, they were assuming that we'd get that Villa at Villa Park, the Villa that beat Forest 4-0. So it's lucky for Tottenham. But hey, it is what it is. So these are all the singles for the Premier League. Now I've got 2 accumulators for you. First of all, the Premier League winners treble, Brighton and the 2 Manchesters, 3.24. That's the first one. Greetings from Nigeria. Hello. I'm deciding between Bournemouth moneyline, Liverpool and Leverkusen, but I only need 2. I'd go with Bournemouth and Liverpool. Oh, I like Leverkusen though. And will Bournemouth get the win? Odds suggest you should go for Liverpool and Leverkusen. So, yeah. I mean, does it have to be those 3? Let me know. If I win the 5 odds Accas for you, I'm sure join your Patreon soon. Best of luck. Yeah, we can get to that. The next one, the Premier League result on both teams score mega treble. Liverpool, Bournemouth, and Manchester City. That was, Bournemouth was odds of 4, but they've fallen a little bit. So the money is moving. But that is a recommended treble if you like a bit of risk, low stake, just a fun one on the weekend. I think is fairly likely, to be honest. I think Fulham get a goal at home. I think Brentford get a goal against City. And I think Chelsea, surely they've got to score a goal sometime, right? So I think the odds there are actually pretty good. So I'm going to go for that one. Now we move on to La Liga. I saw someone in the chat earlier say Osasuna win. I can see why Osasuna chasing Europe, but Levante are fighting for their lives. I'm actually going to go for Levante double chance and under 3.5 goals tonight. I could see any one of the 3 outcomes there, but I'm going to slightly side with the home side. Speaking of side with the home side, Elche and Sevilla for me. Are Espanyol going to have the greatest fall from grace ever? Up in the top 4 for the first half of the season and have dropped all the way down the league, and they are in danger of potentially getting relegated if they don't pick up any points. And they've been terrible. Luckily, I think they just about did enough in 2025 to, to keep themselves up. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Good to see you too. I am thinking the reason I say this, just because you call me Matt there. Not a lot of people know that I am called Matt because I never say it in my videos. So I might sort of like a little bit of a rebrand the next season. I've obviously got the full 90 profile picture that I just made when I made this channel. It's not very personal to me, so I might rebrand and put my face in it, and then in the videos kind of say, hey, my name's Matt, welcome back to the full 90. It's a small change, but the full 90 is the channel and the show and everything I offer, but me, I'm the host, I'm Matt. So everyone on Patreon obviously calls me Matt because you know me kind of that little bit better. So I'm going to probably rebrand to make it slightly more personal, but the full 90 is still the show. It's a name that I'm really, really proud of. It works with football perfectly. So yeah, that's what I am going with. Atletico Madrid now up against Celta Vigo. They've secured Champions League football through the league and they are out. So you never know what you're going to get. Maybe they win, but I'm going to go for both teams to score. Celta Vigo really pushing for Europe as well themselves. So both teams to score is the pick. Mallorca fighting for their lives in relegation. So they are home favourites here. But the odds are too tempting for Villarreal. Draw no bet at 2.1. Do I think Mallorca beat Villarreal? I don't. They could, but I think Villarreal are that much better, so I'm going to go for Villarreal. Any requests for Accas and everything, we'll do them later on. We're still smashing through these for now. Athletic Club to win and Barcelona to win in the big one. El Clasico to win the league, Barcelona to win at 1.61. So for the treble, I'm going to go for BTTS, Atletico Madrid, Celta Vigo, and these two right here. So that is the La Liga treble. Both teams to score under 5.5 goals is good. I would go as far as say both teams to score under 3.5, to be honest. But 4.5 is a nice middle ground. If you check this out, it adds to the odds nicely. If I can find it. Why am I being blind? Here we go. Under 4.5 goals makes it 2.05. 5.5 doesn't really add anything. It adds 0.5. You're better off going under 4.5. That's a much bigger increase. But I could also see that at 3.2. Those are pretty good odds as well. Any tips on how to spend $1,000? Got almost $2,000 to bet. I'm looking for a simple 2 odds to double. Okay, I mean, real quick, if I was going to give you, we're going to Serie A, so if I were to give you a simple double your money bet, it would be that. 2. I know, Mafia League. There's going to be loads of people that will say, nope, not interested. That's going to happen, in my opinion. Like, I know Lecce are fighting for their lives to survive in the league, and Cremonese have a very easy fixture against Pisa, and that they will probably win. But Juventus absolutely battered Verona and should have won. Juventus are playing Lecce, who are worse. They're not worse. They're just as bad, okay? And Como, they're playing Verona, chasing down Europe. It's that. Honestly, straight away, the Saints, it's that. It's a perfect double your money bet. As you said, I would pick that. Alternatively, if you don't like that, Man City, they're going to beat Brentford. They absolutely have to beat Brentford. Any others that I'm absolutely very, very certain on? Let's have a little browse. Leipzig. But that doesn't even double your money. France, you could also go with Lens. You could add PSG to double your money, but it's not worth the odds. Yeah, you could go with that. But yeah, for me, Juventus and Como are... Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like it. But yeah, thanks for the tips. I've learned to not get mad at this spot anyway. I just like to bet big to win big. Yeah, that's one of many strategies. But yeah, for me, honestly, the no-brainer is get that out of the way Saturday night as well. I know sometimes the Serie A early kickoff on Sunday can throw up some curveballs, but it's bloody Como against Verona. So that would be my double for you. Anyway, we are on to Serie A. So tonight we have Torino Sassuolo going for both teams to score. I've got Inter to beat Lazio, Juve, Como, Cremonese, Roma, AC Milan, Napoli. Lots of winners, 50-1. I don't hate that as an eightfold. I know with that many money lines, there is potential for something to go wrong in these leagues, but I've got the worst team in the league losing in Pisa, and then I've got all of the top of the league teams winning. So I don't hate that, to be honest. But my treble is actually, I'm going to go a step further. It's Cremonese to win. It's Como, -1 handicap, and it's Juve, -1 handicap. That's my treble for Serie A. So if that doesn't show you how confident I am in that winners double, then I don't know what does. Como and Juve should both win like 3-0. That's the way I see it. Will Juventus leak a goal? Yeah, most definitely, probably at this point now that I've said that. But even still, I just think they should win quite comfortably. So that's my Bundesliga high odds double. Got a 2-game today, Osasuna and Elfsborg to win. How's that? I don't think that's going to happen, if I'm being honest with you. Elfsborg should win, Osasuna could win, but that's a lot of variables for a double, so I wouldn't personally back that smooth melon. Anyway, we move now to the Bundesliga. We've got Dortmund and Frankfurt, both teams to score, no-brainer for me. Leipzig to win, Hoffenheim to win, Stuttgart, Leverkusen, both teams to score. Same again, Wolfsburg, Bayern Munich, both teams to score. Köln, Heidenheim, both teams to score, and Mainz to take the dub. Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham moneyline. So Newcastle, I think they might trip up. Man United, I think they'll win. Tottenham, I think they should win. Madrid, Barca, both teams to score. What do you think? By the way, thank you for that win on Patreon and for the 4.5 Villa tip. You're very welcome, dude. I'm not so sure. Newcastle should win, but I don't know. They're really hard to predict. So I'm not going to stamp my approval on the Newcastle pick, but I do think it could happen. I do. So yeah. Bayern to win. Maybe. They should win. They definitely should win. But you never know. Either way, my Bundesliga treble is going to be a result in both teams to score. I'm going to risk Dortmund. I know they might lose, but this is just a fun little treble, so you don't have to take this. But Hoffenheim and Bayern, it's nice. Yeah, Dortmund should win at home. I know they've been a bit rubbish lately, but they should. So I know they're not playing for much, but that's my pick for the Bundesliga. Now we move on to France. For Lens to win tonight, Marseille against Le Havre, I'm backing them. Marseille are chasing Europe, Le Havre are bad, so that's what I'm going with. Lorient to win, Metz are even worse. Monaco, Lille, both teams to score. Rennes, Paris FC, I'm going win and both teams to score, but using the early payout method. So by doing the result on both teams score separately, the odds are slightly lower, so that's 2.7. If you go here, result on both teams scores 2.75. If you click this, it means that obviously, if Rennes don't win and both teams score, the bet doesn't come in. However, clicking these two separately means that Rennes could even lose and the bet could still come in if Rennes take a 2-0 lead. So if Rennes go 2-0 up and then they lose 3-2, this 2.7 comes in and this 2.75 does not. So it's a little bit more safety. There's that EP there with just 0.05 less. So use that method. That's what I'm going with for that one, and Lyon to win as the final one as well. So we've got the Liga and lower odds winners treble, which is going to be Lens, Lyon, and Rennes. Odds of 3.74. Hull gonna win? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think El Clasico will end 2-2. Fair enough. I mean, that's a win. That's a win for... I'll make myself a bit bigger, actually. That is a win for Barcelona. That's them winning La Liga. Could be a draw. Yeah, I like 1-1, to be honest. Could even see 1-0, 2-1, that kind of thing. Now we move to the Netherlands, where we have 4 winners and both teams to score. So let's get straight into that. Ajax, Twente, PSV, Telstar, and Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, both teams to score. I don't do accumulators necessarily for the lower leagues, just the top 5 leagues there. But honestly, don't hate that. I don't hate that. Got the house on Gunners double. What, double chance? Gunners double chance, you mean? The odds for that have got to be whack, right? Like 1.16 or something stupid. Oh my god, I'm actually so good at this. I should be. It's my job. But still. Yeah, that's... Wow. Okay. Obviously, I've not checked up the odds of Arsenal double chance because why would I waste my time with that? But that is why. Because to a point, I can kind of guess at this point. Oh, the double winning. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Is it worth backing Arsenal to win the Prem? I just feel like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, you know. Like the odds of them winning the Prem are what, 1.2 right now? Whereas the Champions League is above even. So I don't know if you might as well just do it just the UCL. But hey, best of luck. I mean, I would love to see that happen. Anyway, Portugal. Let's go down. I have got Norway, so I might as well actually include that now real quick. If I just scroll down here, it's just a couple of winners, isn't it? It's Viking to win, Sandefjord to win, and both teams to score, Tromsø and Molde. So that is the Norwegian treble. There you go. And now we go back to Portugal, as we said. It's going to be Benfica to beat Braga, remaining unbeaten this season but not winning the league. Absolute classic. Gil Vicente to win, Guimarães to win. We had a good week last week with Sporting Porto. Porto win to 0, they did. And I said Sporting and both teams to score against Guimarães, and they won 5-1. So, yeah, happy with that. And this time I'm going for Sporting to keep a clean sheet with this one here, right there, 2.25. And finally, Porto to keep a clean sheet as well. These games are also very late. First one kicks off Sunday evening. So, Portugal, you can come back and watch this part of the video later on. Now, it's time for Austria, where for the last 2 weeks, I've got every single tip correct. So, very good stuff. We've got 3 more today. It's going to be Sturm Graz to win, and then 2 both teams to scores right down here. Lask Linz, Salzburg, Rapid Wien, and Austria Vienna as well. So, like I said... This doesn't indicate future results, but the last 2 weeks I've got 100% on the Austria Bundesliga. So that's what I'm going with. Very good stuff. Levski Sofia win. I haven't looked too far into their game this week. I'm going to be very honest with you. So I don't know. Because it takes me hours to prepare for this show on a Friday. And that's why sometimes I'm a bit later than I want to be with the stream, because it just takes me so damn long typing it all up and stuff. Tonight, Standard Liège. I'm going to go draw no bet, a little bit safer. Similarly, with Cercle Bruges against La Louvière, I'm going to go with draw no bet, 1.57. I don't hate that as a double, and you have the draw push sort of insurance. Zulte to win, because Dender are rubbish. I say it every week. Club Bruges to win, then Union Saint-Gilloise to win, Genk to win, and BTTS between Ghent and Anderlecht. So a lot of picks for the Belgian Super League. Dortmund today, I think they should win. I think they will concede, so both teams to score is an option. So that's what we're going for with Belgium. Now we have Denmark, one of my favourite leagues, actually. Denmark always seems to come good. So the Superligaen. Viborg to beat Sonderjysk. That kicks off in 28 minutes. I'm glad I got that one in. Copenhagen to beat Silkeborg. Both teams to score, Brøndby, Aarhus. And also, my guys, Midtjylland to win. And both teams to score, 3.5. But you should probably do... do they do early payout for Midtjylland? Is it going to say? They do. So, early payout method, 3.5. Oh my god, same odds. There you go. So, 3.5 there. If you do that, Midtjylland go 2 up and then draw 2-2. You don't win. If you do these two, same odds, 3.5, you do win. So, make sure you check out the early payout method and just combine the two. There was one time, and then Bet365 fixed it when I made a video about it. But I think it was Inter Milan. The odds for this method, with the early payout, like... assurance, the odds were higher. So it was actually better odds to win more outcomes. It literally doesn't make sense. Been doing this since 2016, has some crazy wins. Exactly. The highest parlay you have won, if you don't mind asking, that was a 12-fold, 7,800 to 1. I wonder if I can show you on the camera, actually, because I never have... I don't know if the file's even on my PC, but I know it's on my phone, so I can show you on the screen real quick. Is this mirrored? It's not. What if I go to intro, full cam? There we go. So, there it is. The green screen's messed up, but you can pause it if you want to have a look. That was my biggest one. $10, 78,000. Same day, though, I had another $10 on a 78,000 to 1, and I was 1 goal away. The Crew keeper got man of the match. 23 shots to Berry, 5 shots to Crew. It ended 1-1. If Berry won that game, it would have been $20 to win 850,000. So, yeah, on the same day. But, yeah, so now you can pause the stream and, yeah. That was a little bit annoying, but, you know, that was the thing. I never got truly annoyed about missing out on that by 1 goal because on the same day, I won $78,000 from $10. So you're not going to, you have $20 to start the day with. You're not going to be annoyed that you didn't get 850,000 when you've just got nearly 80,000. Do you know what I mean? But looking back, it is always like, oh my God, because I went to the cinema during the 3 p.m. kickoffs and then I came out and saw the balance in the top right. So imagine coming out and seeing 850 when I put like 850,000 when I put 20 in. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to buy a house, pay off my parents' mortgage, that sort of thing. But sadly, it was not to happen. To be fair, who knows what my life would have turned out like if I won that bet? You never know. Like, it sounds morbid, for example, but I could not be here if that happened. Imagine I won that bet, and with all that money, I went on holiday, and the plane crashed. Do you know what I mean? So I never wish for anything that didn't happen in that sense, because you just never know. But anyway, we're back. Thanks for asking that. Crazy story. But yeah, Denmark Super League. There we go. And now it is time for Greece. Just a couple here, I believe. Greece. That was, and I won that Accas 1 month after starting the full 90. So I really all got started at the same sort of time. Aris Salonika to win to beat Crete, and Athens to win, Olympiakos to win. Just a winner's treble there. Could even be a straight up accumulator. Still 80k, that's a lot. Exactly. What's crazy as well is it's not like I was a millionaire or anything like that won 80k. I didn't have 80k. And then I won that amount. So I think, for full transparency to how insane that was, I think I had about $10,000 total to my name at that point, because I was, 20 years old. So to go from 10,000 to 80, like, bang. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. So, yeah, it was very crazy. It's not like these millionaires you see that gamble and they win $500,000. They're like, hey, but they really don't care. Like, that was huge for me. So, yeah, Greece, there we go. Norway, we've already done. Serbia now. Very, very good league as well. That's the wrong one. Serbia Super League. Bollocks! I'm always late. I forget these kick off at 5. So, is that... Bruh. Okay, so my first pick was Vojvodina to win. But they're already winning. Damn, man. I mean, did I at least put Vojvodina to win on the Patreon? Because that obviously goes up in the morning. I'm pretty sure I would have done. Let's have a little look and check the Patreon post. Latest post, that's the video pics. And then here. I did. I put HNK Rijeka to win, Standard Liège draw no bet, and Vojvodina to win. But they're already winning. So sorry. I didn't realize they kicked off quite that early, but the alternatives are Partizan Belgrade to win and Crvena Zvezda half-time, full-time at 1.57 it was, if I can find the market. There we go. Bang, there we go. So those are the only two left now. Championship, we can have a look at it. Because obviously it's just playoffs, isn't it? So there's not many games. But real quick, we move on now to Sweden. So, if you don't know the law, last episode, last stream, I introduced the Swedish League. I put up 7 picks, odds of 25 to 1. They all won. So 100% with Sweden. Someone asked about Elfsborg winning this in 20 minutes. I think they should, but my pick is going to be both teams to score. Link for Patreon is in the description, anime lover. And then we've got a few winners here as well. Let me just tick off all the winners for you so I stop scrolling for you. That's a draw no bet option. Serious as well. Most of the others are both teams to score. Yeah, so we go GAIS, draw no bet, both teams to score, all the way down, and it's let me just check. It is Djurgården and Häcken and Malmo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I missing? I've got Sirius to win. What am I missing? Why am I missing something? All the way down to Sweden again. Oh yeah, the win there. So last week I did 7 Swedish tips. They all came in. Similar odds to this. Would I back it? Potentially not, but I think there's a good chance 4 or 5 at least of these come in. So yeah. Please make a 50 odds parlay, including Sunday teams you want, please. Okay, yeah, we can do that at the end. Don't worry, we're almost there. We've got Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, which won't take long at all, and then the rest of the world. So, in fact, because they're just singles, I don't even need to remove them all, do I? Or do I? I don't know. We're in the Swiss Super League now. It's going to be Winterthur to lose. Almost picked them to win there, but it's... Just need to write that down correctly. Lausanne Sports. And both teams to score in plenty of others as well. Sorry for all the scrolling, but it's the only way I can actually, like, get down. Get down on it. Why is it so hard to... There we go. Zurich, Lucerne. I don't think I did Lugano, actually. Sion and Young Boys. Those are the Swiss. You ever bet the Hungarian League? Very rare. Leipzig to win? Yes. Yes. Turkish Super League, it's going to be both teams to score for Besiktas, Trabzonspor. I'm leaving Galatasaray alone, to be honest. Istanbul, Samsunspor, both teams to score. Fenerbahce to win. And all the way down. And Göztepe to win as well. I wouldn't hate that for an accumulator either. And then finally, Ukraine, it's just Dynamo Kiev, draw no bet at 1.53. Now I've got 8 tips from the rest of the world, which is right here. And then we can move on to some other stuff. So starting in China, Shenhua, Rongcheng, and then BTTS, Shanghai Port, Beijing. China. In India, East Bengal Club at home. In Morocco, under 2.5 goals, Casablanca derby. Then in Saudi, which is, we're getting there, Saudi Pro League, Al Ittihad to win at home against Damak. And then in South Africa, it's Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. So this is actually a 20-1 8-fold for the rest of the world. If you like just obscure leagues, first of all, the Patreon is flooded with that sort of stuff. But these are my picks. First time introducing it to the YouTube live streams. I just realized I always seem to forget the rest of the world categories. So, yeah. But anyway, now it is the time for any sort of requests. That's the last 10 minutes of the show, 5-10 minutes. So drop them in the chat. I'm going to have a quick little hydration break. And let's get straight into it. Best 4 to 5 odds parlay for tomorrow. 2 to 3 games max. Okay. Well, if you want 2 to 3 games, I'd go with Brighton -1. Man United. 4 to 5 odds parlay. Man City. It's a Premier League one, which is quite nice. There we go. Tomorrow, I don't hate Inter Milan, Juve, and Leipzig. That one's not quite high enough odds for you, is it really? Hoffenheim. Bundesliga, both teams to score. Let's have a look. Yes. 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 I'd do that. I'd leave out the last one. Can't be dealing with another Mainz 90th minute goal to win the Accas. Serie B, I like Serie B a lot, actually. Cesena to win tonight. Frosinone, Monza. Frosinone, Monza both pushing for promotion. Venezia should win as well. And I like Intella too. A lot of home comforts this week in Serie B. I actually wouldn't hate doing all 5 of those. I'd probably take these 2 off to make it more safe. Empoli have fallen off, man. They used to be decent. But it is what it is. For the next 3 games. Do you mean the next 3 days? Will you be keeping the stream public so I can watch it later, please? Exactly, yes. So it's live streamed for the interaction and everything like that. But then once I end the stream, which is usually around 6 o'clock when I upload anyway, it gets posted as a video. 2 odds bet, slip, any number of events. Yeah, I can refer you straight to this. Yeah, congratulate Thun for the Swiss League. What a dream. I mean, that's incredible. Getting promoted and winning the league, like, oh my god. That is insane. Plus 1,200 for the next 3 days. If you want those kind of odds, you are going to have to look at stuff like this. Maybe that. Maybe. I just don't know. Maybe the occasion's too big. Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim. That's exactly the odds you want. Pretty much, anyway. So, a little bit more. I think that's pretty decent. But you say best safe 10 odds for tomorrow. So first of all, 10 odds is never safe. Like it's 10 odds for a reason, right? But I know what you mean. You want the 10 odds to be comprised of safer picks. But that means more picks and that means less safe. So generally speaking, it all kind of rounds out to not being safe. I just want to make that obviously abundantly clear, right? Just in case we're not aware. Man United will just bump that up really nicely, but I wouldn't say they're super safe. Aston Villa, Burnley, bit tough. Man City, yes. Everton, does double chance take this over the line? It does. Leipzig to win, Hoffenheim to win, Lens to win, Lyon to win. Let's take that off for the safer one, shall we? Everton, double chance. Arsenal. I don't want my bias and my worry from Arsenal to make me think they're not going to win this when they really should. So I would probably say that. Friday Accas, about 3 to 4 odds. Double chance Millwall. Don't know why the Baller League is there. No one cares. Or on UK. Borussia Dortmund, Frankfurt. Both teams to score. How many odds did you want? 3 to 4. Lens to win. And Viborg to win. Maybe both teams to score there. Possibly Shelbourne or under 2.5 goals. St. Patrick's Athletic win that one, like guaranteed. So maybe you could take off Viborg instead. Lens has gone down. I'd probably go with that. 3 to 4 odds for tonight. Nothing too crazy there. Very strong home teams, both to win. Millwall not to lose. And BTTS in Bundesliga. So, yeah, that's what I'd go with tonight. Treble every day, so we'll do one tomorrow as well. I am going to back Man City, whether it's just like saying it's a win-win if they don't, but I do just think they're good for that. Juve as well. And to finish up Saturday, it would be that. It just would. I know I don't want Man City to win. A lot of people don't think Juventus are going to win. And St. Pauli, who knows? But I think those are very, very good. 3 teams in each of the top 5 leagues to win or both teams to score. Win or both teams to score? I mean, Liverpool, Brighton, Man City. Inter, Juve, Como. You can add Cremonese if you don't like one of those 3. Athletic Club. And then I'm going to do both teams to score for Atletico and Barcelona, Real Madrid. Germany, I'm going to go with Leipzig and Hoffenheim and both teams to score. Stuttgart, Leverkusen. France, Lens. Lyon. Rennes should win. And then both teams to score. Monaco, Lille. That's what I'd go with. 350 to 1 nearly. Result or both teams to score across the top 5 leagues. Liverpool, Brighton, City, Inter, Juve, Como, Athletic Club, BTTS, Atletico, Barcelona, Leipzig, Hoffenheim, BTTS, Stuttgart, Lens, Rennes, both teams to score, Monaco. Stay away from Inter Milan. I don't know, I just feel like they have a bit of a party. I don't know. But yeah, that's also fair. You could go, instead of Inter, you could just add Cremonese. That's not a bad shout. A 3-game parlay that you would even bet your house on. If I had to come up with a parlay to bet my house on this week, it would be you. I keep coming back to it, but it would. And Man City. That's the house for me. Other options that could include the house, them. That's really it. I'm trying to think of all the other picks I've said today. It's those. You will lose your house. Well, we'll come back to this stream. It's all, like I said, everything's all up here. All the clangers, all the winners, it's all there. But if it had to be a fourfold for the house, 4 winners, it would be those. So, yeah, for correct score, we'll do a couple of correct score shouts because they're always fun. Lecce Juve, I want to do 3-0, honestly. I really do. Roma Parma, 2-0 is always a solid shout for Roma. Brighton Wolves, 3-0. Just looking around. Elche Alaves, I don't mind 2-1 or 1-0, but I'm not going to put it in yet. Sociedad Betis, give me 1-1. France is tough, man. Do I think both teams could score here, but I could see 2-0 Lyon, 2-1 Lyon. They're the same odds. They're all right. BTTS and over 2.5 goals for a parlay. Okay, we'll do that. 7-fold BTTS and over 2.5 goals. You. I want to go Tottenham Leeds, but it's Monday, so we'll leave that alone. Serie A is never particularly good with that kind of thing. There's not many for La Liga that I'd jump on with regards to that, to be honest. You guys, yes. You guys, yup. You guys, yup. And then one more. You guys, yup. That'll be it. Please leave out Monday games. That's my weekend. 7-fold. Both teams to score on over 2.5 goals accumulator. Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Brentford, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Dortmund, Frankfurt tonight, Stuttgart, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Bayern Munich, Rennes, Paris FC. And that is all in the top 5 leagues as well. Need 1-8 plus odds today. All right, I'll do that one and then I will head off because it is 6 p.m. Lens. Could do Viborg, but yeah. There you go, 2.08. So there we go. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. If there's anything you missed or you want to go back and look at, you can just watch the stream, watch the video and everything like that. But thank you so much for watching. Check out the Patreon using the link in the description. And in a couple of minutes, I will also add the big up links in the description to link you to the watch along for the West Ham game on Sunday and also the predictions game where you can get your predictions in and win some money. So check out the description in a couple of minutes. That's going to do it from me and I will see you in the next video.